Hello, I'm Bertie, and this is me finding my way through the Wasteland 2 Early Access Beta. Those who backed inXile's Kickstarter champion can jump in now. Everyone else will have to wait until the game arrives on Steam Early Access at some point today. Probably sometime after America wakes up, so 5 PM onwards or so. I don't have any idea what the game's going to cost there, but judging by the Kickstarter tiers, it could be $30 and whatever the equivalent is here, probably £1,000. Not really. Like any other early access game, Wasteland 2 isn't quite finished, and there are some fairly major caveats you can read about on the game's Kickstarter page. Things that aren't quite fixed yet, but things that will be. Eurogamer is busy working on a review of the early access beta right now. Not by me, you'll probably be pleased to know, and that should be with you in a timely fashion. What you're seeing at the moment is me picking my team. You can choose from pre-made characters, as I am now, or you can create your own, which I flicked through just a moment ago. The pre-made characters you can change and alter in different directions as you level up, of course, anyway. The character create area was a bit complicated for now, a bit time consuming, so for the sake of saving time, I'm going to go with some pre-made chaps. The first I picked had good negotiation skills, and you'll see how useful those can be. The next was a burly brawler called Big Bert, amazingly. Then there was a sniper, and then finally there was a combat medic. And they've all got a little blurb and background info to set the scene. I've played this opening section a few times incidentally, and each time has been different due to the makeup of my group. So here we are talking to General Vargas of the Desert Rangers, the organisation to which we belong. General Vargas is the cowboy-looking guy you've seen in some key art for Wasteland so far. He's telling us about a missing Desert Ranger called Ace, who had some repeater units, and he was trying to investigate a weird radio signal sent by some kind of lunatic. We're only new recruits, but they're short-staffed at the moment, so we've been picked for the job. We're going to earn our stripes, as it were. My dialogue options are along the bottom there. You can either click on them, or you can type in that box some of the highlighted text that you'll see when characters speak, and they will respond to it. My keyboard wasn't working too well, so I'm not bothering with that. So I'm getting the mission marked on my map here, and in a moment I'm going to go out and try and find that radio signal. The dialogue options you can see right now, the ones with weird shapes around them, that's because I've got a negotiator in my team who's got good speech skills. He can access branches of dialogue that you can't otherwise, and sometimes, as you'll see in a moment, this will lead to rewards, and also you can persuade people to do things. You don't have to use combat to solve situations, which again you'll see later on. So off I go, picking up a shovel, as you do. You right click to move, and you left click to examine stuff, and you'll see the typewriter in the bottom right of the screen there, and that flashes up with kind of points of interest, records combat, and generally helps you along. So this is the character screen where you browse inventory, equipment, skills, and your logbook of quests. There we go, flicking through. He's holding a pipe, which will really hurt some faces in a moment. Sniper rifle, which is quite powerful. And I'm going to flick through some skills in a moment. You can see the amount that's on offer. There's a toaster repair skill, incidentally. Now, I'm not a player of the original Wasteland 1988 original, nor the Fallout games, original Fallout games, I'm embarrassed to say. But you can repair toasters, and doing so will give you treats along the way. So, off I go. Now this is Desert Ranger HQ, but I'm not allowed in yet until I prove myself. But as you can see, there are extra dialogue options because I have this negotiator guy with me. What I'm about to persuade this guy to do is give me a fancy revolver called the Mississippi Mule, which is quite a lot more powerful than the standard revolvers that you get. I couldn't access this dialogue before, so it really does pay off having someone with speech skills, high speech skills, in your team. This is me equipping the Mississippi Mule. Now, not every character can use every weapon, that's tied to your skills, but my negotiator guy can. That's his reward. So off we go. Over the bridge, über die Brücke. Okay, using that shovel that I picked up before to dig up a point of interest. And in here, I've picked up blood packs before, but this time I'm going to pick up some ammo. Now, I'm running the game on a fairly beefy PC here, and it looks fantastic, and I love the ambient sounds. I can also run it on my not very good work computer. It doesn't run fantastically, but it does run. It's not a Battlefield 4 kind of beast. It's not going to churn up your PC. It's built in Unity, and it scales appropriately. This lady here was a friend, probably a lover of Ace's, the missing Desert Ranger, and she's going to offer to tag along in a moment, and I'll be happy to have her help. As you can see, it's quite texty, quite wordy, and you should probably expect that given the heritage. And the writing seems to be great. It's very mature, it's quirky, and it sets the scene perfectly. So let's get her into the team. Let's flick through these options. She's not particularly powerful, by the way. She doesn't swing the battle your way, but she does help. So we're going to go out of here. We're going to go to the world map, which is different. These are sort of scenario maps. The world map, you'll see, you don't actually see the characters, you just see a kind of Desert Ranger star moving across a big map, and then some random encounters can pop up on you, a bit like a JRPG, and you can bump into and uncover points of interest. Now, as you're exploring the world map, your water levels will go down. You're in a desert, don't forget, so water is very important. But you can unearth oases and refill your water canteens from there. So I know where I'm going, so I'm going to cut over the back a bit here. As you're out and about, as you can see here, General Vargas will call in, and you can call him also to report things that are going on, and also to level up your characters, which we'll see a bit of later on. So I'm not going to get any random encounters this time, but if you do bump into a random encounter, if you have someone who has the outdoorsmanship skill, you can actually outrun the raiders or whoever you bump into. It's not always combat. I've had random encounters where you bump into some raiders who are merchants, and you can do some trading with them where you put some stuff forwards, they put some stuff forwards, and you trade for a mutually beneficial result. There you can see some radioactive areas which your Geiger counter clicks to warn you of, and you can't pass those. Well, it damages your characters obviously if you do. So here I am, I found the radio signal that Ace was investigating, and I'm going to go in now and investigate what happened to Ace when he was investigating. So in we go. General Vargas calling again to check up on us.
Roger that, Echo 1.
So blood splats on the ground instantly. Something has obviously happened here. In the bush there, I'm about to find a Desert Ranger star, so it's not looking good. Why is Ace's Desert Ranger star hidden in a bush? Maybe something has happened to Ace. Right, so here I come up to some thugs. This guy is threatening me, but I can deal with this in multiple ways. So one of the playthroughs, first playthrough, I had a big fight with them. I got through it okay, even though I didn't really know what I was doing. The next time, Ace's lover, the lady I took along, she persuaded the raiders that they would all find a home, a welcome home in the Desert Rangers, and they all took off. This time though, I used my negotiator skills again to bamboozle them and think that it was alright for us to poke around here. And as you can see by poking around we're going to find that mysterious radio signal that worried General Vargas, and we're going to find some papers from a logbook, which turns out to be Ace's handwriting. So it's Ace's logbook. His papers are scattered around. It's really not looking good for Ace right now. Follow the blood splats on the floor here. You can spin the camera around, as you can see me doing, to get different perspective. Also, you can zoom in and out, as you have also seen me do. So here's a metal leg, and this metal leg is worrying because robots or synthetics are not something that have been around for a while. So I know where I'm going a bit here, so I'm just going to cut up to a cave in the back here, which is where all the clues are pointing to. There is a different cave where there's a broken down toaster. Do you remember me talking about those? You can repair them. I haven't repaired one yet, so I'm not sure exactly what it offers. Into the cave I go. Okay, and there in the corner is a toad. Not from Mario, just a general post-apocalyptic toad. So I started the encounter there. I took the first shot, which gives me a kind of free attack. But now we're into turn-based mode, where each character has action points governing their firing their guns, moving the characters, and they're limited. You can't do lots of things in one go. Reloading takes action points too. You can see the hotbar down there. Some characters have skills they can use. Not in combat at the moment, but like this medic has a revive skill. She can bring someone back from the dead effectively. So we're all taking our turns here, using our various weapons, our pipes, our sniper rifles. Incidentally, there is friendly fire, so don't try and shoot through your team members, which is why I'm moving this guy now to shoot the frog or toad. So we killed it. That's our experience reward for killing it. Now we're going to investigate what's going on down here. Yeah, that's Ace's gear. Then we're going to pick up these bits of paper, and then General Vargas is going to call to signal that we've completed the first step of this mission. And he is going to be appropriately worried about synthetics. So you can loot crates and things on your journey around the world, and of course you can fit out your characters with all sorts of different equipment. You can even make new equipment by salvaging old equipment, as you'll be familiar with from Fallout games. I haven't tried this, I don't know exactly how it works in this game yet. There we go, more points of interest to explore at a later time, not now. But to give you another example of combat, because this run has been quite light on combat, I'm going to go out of this cave and I'm going to go and shoot some more raiders so you can see a bit better what's going on. My typewriter clacking along there, telling me, updating me what's going on. So as you can see, these are all the different types of loot, things I've picked up, and I just need to re-equip his, not Moscow Mule, his Mississippi Mule there, so we can go and shoot these raiders in the face. So the raiders are just around the corner here. Yeah, looting a crate there. So there's no release date yet for the game. It's going to depend on beta testing. There are still things to fix. I think perhaps inXile is waiting on the results of the beta before announcing when they're going to do so. They seem fairly confident of it, and apparently the early feedback is good. I've been speaking to Brian Fargo from inXile about that. So as you can see with this combat encounter, I started it here, so I instantly took out one of their guys, which really gave me the upper hand. I played this combat on a few of the runs through, and this is by far the easiest I found it, not least because I think I have stronger combat people in my team, but also because I know what I'm doing a bit better now. You can press spacebar to end your turn. or you can go to the bottom left there, and there's an end turn button. You can also switch types of fire for a gun, so you can have like burst fire or just one shot. Not taking too much damage here, but you can also heal up your guys using blood packs and bandages. Yeah, he's standing right in front of the muzzle of the gun there, which probably isn't a great idea. Nice art there, incidentally, a little character portraits, as you can see. So we're just going to wrap up this combat. If I can click on the barrel, you can see I'm taking cover behind that, which is going to obscure their line of sight. Although he's standing right next to him, so he got shot in presumably the shoulder, so he's dead. Okay, and I've leveled up. So to level up, as I mentioned earlier, you need to put a call in to General Vargas. I didn't remember this when I was playing this run through. So here's me aimlessly looking for how to level up, and then ding, I remember, and ding, we level up.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Echo 1.
You can have a quick look at what that looks like when you level up,
Congratulations, Echo 1.
and then we will be done. So you'll see me open my inventory and choose through a multitude of skills that I can choose. So that's it from me. That's your first quick look at Wasteland 2, the beta, I should say. There's much to fix still, but it's very promising so far. I hope you enjoyed this first glimpse, and remember to subscribe to Eurogamer on YouTube by clicking the button below for many more videos, and also come read the website as well. Cheerio for now.